The holidays are about spending time with your loved ones and creating magical memories that will last a lifetime. So whether it's family and friends you haven't seen in a while, or those who you see all the time, share holiday magic this season with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Maybe this is either stolen furniture or he's just a guy you ran into in the grocery store parking lot that maybe you shouldn't have given him your number. Like, this does not raise any red flags for you.
It did, but at the time I'm like,
but the deal's just so good that we gotta take advantage of it.
This is the plaintiff, Cecilia Hibbler. She says she was hoodwinked into buying some furniture from the unscrupulous defendant. That's right, she ordered a couch, dining table, and chairs, paid this con man $1,350, and never got a stick of furniture delivered. So she's suing for just that. This is the defendant, Derek Howard. He says the plaintiff became impatient in getting her furniture, but sometimes the manufacturers get backed up. He told her she would get the stuff, but once Thanksgiving rolled around, she went off the deep end and defamed his good name on Facebook. Now this woman wants a full refund? He thinks not. He's accused of being a Flim-Flam furniture man. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for defamation and wasted time.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's
Court. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Milian presiding. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Litigants have been sworn.
Thank you,
You're
Douglas.
welcome.
Okay, Ms. Hibbler, you are suing Derek Whitney Howard, doing business as Furniture Guy, LLC, for $1,350 that you paid him, and he has produced nothing for that money. And according to him, he's suing you for $2,000 for defaming him and calling him a flim-flam man. So talk to me and tell me exactly what happened.
okay, I met the defendant in September of last year.
How did you meet him?
I was at a grocery store, and I was putting me and my child in the car, and he stopped me and told me that he sells wholesale furniture. So
he says this to you in the parking lot of a grocery store?
Yes, he does. So I took down his number. Well, I gave him my number, and he called me. So that
okay, hold on. Some strange man walks up to you in a parking lot while you're with your baby, says, "I sell furniture," and you can't wait to give him your number. Were you guys flirting?
No, we were not.
Okay, go on.
So he took my number, and he called me, and he let me know that it was him. So basically, so I'll have his number. He called me, he texted me, I think it was the next day, and telling me that he had a sale, and he sent pictures of the furniture that he had on hand, I guess, or that I could order. So he sent me the pictures. I picked out the furniture that I thought was nice, and he told me that there was no delivery fee, no taxes, that I didn't have to pay any of that. And he said that it was a bundle deal because it was a Labor Day sale, and they were trying to get rid of the old inventory.
If you don't pay taxes, isn't that like a little bit of a red flag to you that maybe this is either stolen furniture or he's just a guy you ran into in the grocery store parking lot that maybe you shouldn't have given him your number? Like, this does not raise any red flags for you.
It did, but at the time I'm like,
but the deal's just so good that we gotta take advantage of it, all right?
No, I was thinking like, a lot of days people are doing wholesale, you know, they're doing their own thing.
Usually they pay taxes though, right?
True. He said that he would take care of the tax and delivery because it was a Labor Day sale and he was trying to get rid of the merchandise or whatever for the new merchandise that was coming in. And I was like, okay, you know, I was actually shopping for furniture. I'm like, maybe this is a good deal, you know. So from there, I was supposed to give, he wanted $1,700, but I wasn't comfortable giving him $1,700 because people scam you.
So how much were you comfortable giving him even though people scam? Go ahead.
I end up talking to my mom and my friends, and everyone was telling me, like, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. That's me.
The complete stranger who you met in a grocery store parking lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what was his marketing technique? Hey, lady, psst, psst, you want to buy some furniture? Like,
No,
exactly what did he say to you in the parking lot?
He was just telling me that he sells furniture.
No. What were his first words? Excuse me, ma'am, what? What did he say?
Excuse me, ma'am, I sell furniture. Would you like to take my card? I took his card. And
all right, so everyone's telling you don't do this. For the love of God, don't do this. So what do you do?
I end up
doing it.
I did it.
How much money did you send him?
I gave him, he actually met me at the my credit union. And I took my mom with me, and
You took your mom with you, and your mom didn't tie you up?
My mom told me not to do it, but
and then she's with you?
Yes, I am grown. I know I should have listened. That's my mistake.
It didn't need saying, but go on.
I know.
So she's with you, and what does your mom say to him?
She's like, "You sure you want to give him this money?" He told me he was going to give me a receipt.
Did he?
He didn't give me a receipt the first time. Okay, because it's the second
How
time.
many furniture salesmen do you know who say, "I'll meet you at your credit union"? Are you at an ATM while this is going on, or are you inside the bank?
I went inside the bank.
Okay, so go on.
So I withdrew the $1,000 first. I handed it to him
Without a receipt?
Without a receipt, because he told me that I gave him my email, and he told me that he would email.
What if he didn't? Did he ever email you a receipt?
He didn't that first.
So then how are you going to prove you gave him $1,000?
That's true.
Ooh. Go on.
So then after that,
who's the nice lady next to you?
This is my sister.
Yeah, your sister's not impressed.
I know.
She's like, why do I have to stand here and watch this? That's what she's thinking to herself. So she's a really good sister, agreeing to stand here and watch this. Go on.
Yes. Okay, so after I gave him the money, he told me that I would have a delivery date, which was October the 1st. And I received nothing. But before that...
Did he tell you that by text?
No.
How did he tell you that it would get there October 1st? Verbally?
Verbally.
Okay. Is there ever any time he tells you when it'll get there by text?
No.
Okay, so then what happens?
So a couple of days before I was supposed to receive the furniture, he called and told me that he needed the delivery and taxes.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
So you threw more money at him?
Yes.
How much more did you throw at him?
I gave him $350.
Okay. And did you have a receipt now?
He ended up giving me a receipt.
And then what happened? Let me see what he gave you. While she's looking for that, Mr. Whitney, tell me about your company.
I distribute furniture wholesale. I carry like Ashley products, Beauty Rest, more of the top of the line name brand items. I order from the manufacturer just like the stores do, so I get it wholesale and not try and sell it and beat the store prices.
Okay, so here's my question to you. How long have you been in this business?
15 years.
15 years. And the name of your company is?
Furniture Guy.
And are you an LLC or a corporation?
I'm a sole proprietor. LLC.
So you're an LLC?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why are you not registered with the state of Indiana? Because I looked it up before I came out here.
I'm registered in Lake County. My business is registered.
Okay, well, you have to register with the state. So.
I'm registered with the state.
Okay, show me some evidence of your business. Anything. Show me your bank account under the business name.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
In just a moment. I don't even know who you are.
Okay.
Who are you?
His girlfriend.
Okay. How long have you been with him?
Since last year.
Okay.
Of, I would say.
Have you watched him do business?
Yeah, I have.
What kind of business?
People have called him and said, oh, I need furniture, and he's responded, and he has been paid, and they received what they have ordered.
Those are previous sales throughout the year last year.
Why can't you do this with her order so I can see that you ordered it?
Well, the thing is, the account is in my name. The account is not in her name. She's a
So
customer
just show to me that you ordered what, if I can compare that to her text saying what she wanted, and I see the dates, so, like, in other words, instead of just a tiny screenshot of a portion that doesn't even have her name, why don't you just do what you just did here?
Her name wouldn't be on there.
Okay, I want to see the entire thing. Can you go into that portal for Ashley Furniture, or wherever it was that you did it from? How about that? You see what I'm saying? While he's looking, what was it I asked you to give me?
The receipt.
Okay. And did you ever, in your text, is there, why does it say paid in full? Is it paid in full? Mm-hmm. Didn't you owe any more money?
No.
So you paid everything before getting anything?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened to I'm not comfortable giving you the whole amount? And how did it become $13.50 when it was $17 a minute ago?
Because he ended up saying that he would just, I'm assuming that I wasn't going to get the table set because it was supposed to be a bundle.
Oh, the 17 was with the table?
Yes.
Okay, so now here's my question to you. Do you have anything that says when you would be receiving the furniture? Because this doesn't, right?
It's in the text.
It's in the text?
Uh-huh.
Okay, on what day?
The first delivery day was supposed to be October the 1st. That was the first one.
No tax, free delivery, $15.99. Okay, not bad. $17.50, I'll throw in the table with 4 chairs and a bench. These are on what day?
You have my phone. I could pull up the...
Yeah, I would like to see them actually in your phone.
Okay.
You want to see the receipt from him?
No.
Not yet?
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, what he said? Yes, I do want to see that. You mean the order? Yeah.
This is all the texts that we've been through.
Where did you think you were ordering from? Was there a specific manufacturer or you didn't care?
No.
I don't understand. This is saying that you're going to pay $1,679 for the item.
That's the original wholesale cost. But
Where's your price? If you place this order, where's your price?
That would be my wholesale cost, but due to the holiday, everything was marked down.
Well, then why is the only receipt I'm looking at saying that that's your price?
The website portal is not updated on a daily basis because there's so many items.
No. So I am expecting to see evidence that you ordered this, and when I see the evidence, I'm going to see that you're making a profit, because that's the only reason to stop people in the parking lot is to hustle and make a profit. In what world would you charge her $1,300 but pay $1,679?
Well, as businesses, even though without the price, a lot of us take losses if we're overloaded with merchandise.
Now I'm starting to get that queasy feeling like I want to shower again.
This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. With the Gemini app, you can talk live and have a real-time conversation with an AI assistant. It's great for all kinds of things, like if you want to practice for an upcoming interview, ask for advice on things to do in a new city, or brainstorm creative ideas. And by the way, this script was actually read by Gemini. Download the Gemini app for iOS and Android today. Must be 18 plus to use Gemini Live.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
She's not telling the truth. She only gave me the money because I was in my limousine. Her and her mom was in my limousine. So that's where
your limousine.
I own limousine business as well.
But you're in parking lots trying to hustle furniture that you're paying $16.79. You're telling me, but you're selling for $13.50.
I beat the pavement. I passed her out my business card. It wasn't like, oh, here, take my number. I gave her my card.
You weren't interested in her?
Initially.
So were you flirting with her?
Yes. It has nothing to do with the furniture. Business is business.
Is it? How can this possibly be legit if you paid more than what you sold it to her for?
That wasn't what I paid for it. That was
Well, then
the
show
original
me what
wholesale
shows
cost.
what you paid for it.
The original wholesale cost was.
Let me know.
about
I don't want to hear your
$800.
flapping gums. I want to see the evidence of what you paid for it, because you're claiming I don't have to give her money back. She's impatient. Supply chain delay. That's your defense, right? And I ordered it. Now I got to see proof you actually ordered it. And this isn't looking legit to me like you really ordered it, because I am seeing a price that is much higher than what you charged her. So now show me something where you ordered it.
Also, she changed her mind.
No,
about
also. Do what I said. Show me something that you ordered this. Show me the one you say, oh, well, that's not what I paid. Oh, well, then there's some other evidence that you ordered her furniture. Show it to me.
This is the section that I ordered.
So did you pay $16.79?
No, I didn't.
Okay, now show me proof of what you paid so that I can see that this is legit.
Well, I didn't pay this cost. I paid it in cash at the warehouse. It's no different than the stores. Big box stores, they pick up from the warehouse.
So
just
if
like
you
I do.
paid in cash at a warehouse, you got a receipt. Show me the receipt.
I didn't bring the receipt.
You didn't bring the receipt. You're being sued. You're not only being sued, you're being sued in front of Judge Millian on the People's Court in national television. You have a receipt, but you didn't bring it. Okay, we're back to square one. Now, where were we? You paid $13.50, and I asked you if you two were flirting, and you said no.
I wasn't flirting.
You weren't flirting. Was he flirting?
Yes, he was.
As a matter of fact, how was your day? Good morning. Good morning, pretty lady. How's your day going, beautiful? This is in September. You're dating him then, right?
No, but I did know him in September.
You weren't dating him?
No.
I thought you said you've been dating him since...
Last year of November.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's good so far, and you very busy at a funeral. Your pretty came across my mind. Had to check on you. Me and you and a cocktail are in order. Gotta get it, baby. How's your day? We drinking later. We can shoot pool. My day is good. I don't drink. Okay, my bad. Well, you can eat and talk, shoot pool, or just eat and talk. Let me see if I can get away later. Did you end up going out with him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Not trying to be pushy. Just think you dope. Thank you. I appreciate that. So get comfy, and we're going to take a ride. Chop it up. All right, so then October passes, you don't get the furniture. November passes, you don't get the furniture. December passes. Did you ever get the furniture?
I've never got.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did file a police report.
And then what happens with the police report? Do they ever?
The police contacted him, and he told the police he didn't know me.
Did the police contact you?
Yes.
Did you tell them you didn't know her?
I didn't know her by that name that he was giving me. He gave me the wrong name. I texted him all the information, then we found out that this was the same person.
Can I see your text to the police officer where you say, oh, wait, I do know her?
No, he called me, but I texted him everything
Can I see
else.
the text to the police officer?
Sure.
So you while he's looking for that, you filed the police report in October.
Mm-hmm.
And then when do you file the court case? Oh, by the way, while you're at the police department, do you find out anything else?
Well, the police told me that he had a lot on his record.
What?
So, like fraud charges. So I did my own research.
And what'd you find?
Which I sent to you.
Yeah, I know. What'd you find?
That he's done this multiple times.
Meaning what?
He's a scammer.
He has multiple theft charges and bad check charges and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that, Mr. Howard. How many theft charges do you have?
2.
2?
Yeah.
I counted more than that. Oh, what? Now you're going to sit? Do you know about this?
I found out later in our relationship, yes.
Okay. How many theft charges do you really have?
2, but they're old. I mean, Indiana, everything is a theft instead of like this being a
Oh, I
civil
doubt
issue.
everything is a theft, but yeah, okay. So what do you mean? That all your thefts are this kind of thing?
I've never been arrested for a theft. They'll just file charges on you later, and then now you're in court without being able to explain yourself like now.
What are you talking about? If they file charges against you, then
Because if
you
that's the case,
absolutely have a right to defend yourself.
If that's the case, you could take Walmart to jail for a TV not being in stock on time. When you're a smaller business
No,
like
actually,
mine, you could drag me in
can't.
court like this. And my
Actually,
relationship with
you
her has
can't.
nothing to do with her and this furniture.
Well, does it or doesn't
It
it?
has
Because the
nothing to do
law
with it.
allows, just a moment, sir. The law allows a court to consider someone's convictions, particularly in a matter like this, when you're testifying and your truthfulness is at issue. So we have check deception, $750, March 4th of 2021. We have Felony theft, 2018. We have another theft, felony. Okay, so all this, how did you research his priors? How did you do that? You just went on the computer, right? Put his name in a computer.
Yes, my little
Right,
brother.
where were your fingers and the computer in the parking lot or later when you were handing over all your hard-earned cash?
I didn't think to.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah, you're grown and you've
Yes.
lived a long time. Come on, man.
I know.
Okay. Now, one of the things that you submitted was some meme of the defendant. Where did you find that?
My little brother sent it to me. Like, after I explained to him what was going on, he told me I should have looked. He was like,
You are not from Gary if he hasn't scammed you.
yes.
Is this your picture?
Sure.
What's your $2,000? Did you ever find what I asked you for, which is proof that you ordered this couch or anything? No, you told me you don't do receipts, so you don't pay taxes, I guess. I don't know. It's looking like you never ordered jack, okay? But now let's get to your defamation case. You are suing her for $2,000 for defamation. Based on what?
Well, I was contacted by the police as far as my business is concerned and social media.
Oh, that's what you were looking for. Did you ever provide me with proof that you ever said to the police anything other than I don't know who you're talking about?
No, what I sent to the detective was...
Right, and then I asked you to look for that text
I was
where
looking for it.
You still don't have it?
1,000 texts ago. I'm a busy man.
I'm not going to wait anymore. All right, so now here we are. You've got a $2,000 defamation because she went to the police because you kept her money and never delivered her furniture?
You got to wait in line like every other customer.
Okay. I don't think so. I think that she's waited in line long enough. I would love for you to be punished and to eat your mistake because that's how I think people learn. But I've got to actually rule on the facts in front of me. The facts in front of me are that you've been completely scammed. You're a fool. And you should not let this happen again. Okay. But the next time, come here and face the music alone. Don't make your sister sit here and suffer through this. Okay? Because you owe her lunch, let me just tell you, at a minimum, for having to put up with this and me yelling at you like this. $1,350 verdict for the plaintiff and your court costs. And as for the defamation case and your counterclaim, I think truth is a defense. And I don't see how that could ever be a defamation to report you to the police. And then have you tell the police, I don't know who you're talking about. Don't know who you're talking about. Unbelievable. Take this transcript to the police if they haven't done anything about it. Okay. Verdict for the plaintiff. 0 on the counterclaim.
All right, both sides, hold on right there, please.
Well, it was a good day for the plaintiff, but a terrible day for the defendant. Let's see what Mr. Whitney Howard has to say about what just happened here. You're on your way out of the courtroom. What are your thoughts right now? I'd love to know.
Doesn't she look great?
She looks fabulous.
All right.
Don't flirt now, okay? Right. Flirting is out of order.
All right.
I want to know what you're thinking.
When you can't get the words in edgewise, and you don't have a lawyer in front of you, you'll get beat up on the show like this. It's a woman's world right now. My business has been standing strong for 15 years. You can't please everybody. Even McDonald's has a bad day.
How come she hasn't gotten her furniture yet?
Well, she was just being impatient as far as the delivery date is concerned. With COVID, we're short on manpower.
Get out of here. Come on.
It is what it is. Slow on manpower right now. Everybody needs a job.
You were described as a Flim-Flam furniture man in the beginning of the show.
Right. I haven't been in business 15 years for no reason.
But you are a Flim-Flam furniture man.
No,
There's no question about it.
I wouldn't say that. I'm a hustler.
That's what you be.
I'm a hustler. Don't get it confused. I'm a hustler.
What are your thoughts of what just happened here?
I'm here for support. So, I mean...
Are you going to hang around for support more?
Yeah, I'll support him. Yeah.
You will?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
I think you learned stuff here in court today that you didn't know. Am I right?
No, I was made aware of everything prior to me.
You know his full background and everything?
I did my background check.
And you're still with him?
I'm still with him.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not going to say anything that's of interest. You look terrible. This was a bad day for you in court, whether you know it or not. Okay?
I'm great. I'm going to go home, get something to eat with my lovely girlfriend.
All right, go home.
Take care.
Have fun.
All right. Thank you.
Well, how about that? All right, I know you must feel kind of stupid at this point. You won, but you learned a lot.
I did.
This was really tough, I know.
Yes.
And your sister, you haven't said anything. You've just been sitting there tight-lipped all morning. What are your thoughts about this?
I think she was stupid for what happened, but she's vindicated in the actions. But for him, clearly he's broke. So.
Wow. Yeah, well, look, I think everybody had a chance to see a Flim-Flam man in action. No question. We all learned a lesson.
Yes, we did.
You're the one who suffered the most.
Yes.
But you're going to get your money back. Okay?
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good for you.
Thank
Go
you.
buy your furniture somewhere else.
I am.
Thank you.
Okay. How about that, Harvey? What a guy, huh? What do you think?
Well, Doug, the defendant did not have proof here, and that goes to something when you sue a business. Businesses have a duty to present business records to the court. That if somebody is in business, they have to act professionally, and that involves business records showing exactly what the transactions are. And if the business can't provide that in court, it is on them, and they'll probably lose the case.
My daughter is in law school and looking for an apartment. She thought she found the perfect place, but the landlord says she won't rent to lawyers or law students. Can she do that?
The answer to that is probably. It depends. There's under federal law, you can't discriminate against a potential tenant based on
a
race,
protected class,
sex, religion, national origin, color, disability, whether they're pregnant or have children, things of that nature. And then some states have maybe expanded on that a little.
But probably not to cover law students.
No, and well, there are actually a couple of cities. I think New York might have this, Baltimore might have this, where if you have a legal profession, they can't discriminate against you for that. Right? You work at the fish market and they don't want somebody coming home who smells like fish, or you're a lawyer and they just don't want lawyers. But by and large, that's unusual.
Where you can do that?
Where
it's been decided that you can do that?
Where a landlord cannot do that.
Cannot.
There are limited situations where in certain cities where they might have an ordinance that forbids it. But by and large, yeah, a landlord can discriminate based on any profession. And say, well, I don't like doctors, or I don't like teachers, or I don't like plumbers, or
there's nothing illegal about it. I agree with you.
Right.
Here's the thing, though. Like, the reason that people do that is that they figure that it's easier for you to be litigious than for someone else to be litigious.
Right.
And so they'll be at a disadvantage because you can do all the lawyering.
Right. Not only that, you're now in the residence as a tenant. And it'd be quick and easy for you to figure out all of the building code violations that are everywhere, that are expensive to bring it up to code. That's not a GFI outlet on the electrical outlet, or this shouldn't be here.
Frankly, that's its own profession. There are people who do that literally their whole lives and try to finagle the system. And I'm not sure lawyers are necessarily one of that group. But when we bought our house in North Carolina, there was an inspection company. I don't know if you remember this. That was going to inspect the house for us during the inspection period of the purchase. And when I'm looking at the contract, it says, if you are a lawyer, and only if you're a lawyer, then you agree to all these other things. And I called the realtor. I go, I'm not going with this inspection company. Cancel them.
That's a good thing one of us read that contract.
I was super offended. I was so offended that I wrote like the North Carolina bar, which of course was stupid because they don't care and neither does anybody else.
And you can write that into a lease.
They wrote that
purchase and sale agreement contract.
If you're a lawyer, then these things apply. And I'm like, well, I never. But of course,
you can disagree with it and not want to sign it.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
There are landlords who put it in leases.
So I canceled that day.
Dogs, no lawyers, stuff like that, which is kind of crazy. But if someone has a history,
the point is, if it's not a protected class, if it's not a protected, such as race, religion,
you're probably out of luck.
You're probably out of luck,
for the most part.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop up to 45% off select styles, plus a free professional measure during the Blinds.com year-end blowout. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This is the plaintiff, Tajarell Stewart. He says he and the defendant were together for a bit, and he loaned her money so her lights wouldn't get turned off. And he also paid for a trip to Pennsylvania for them. When he asked for his money, she immediately blocked him on everything. And if she thinks she can get away without paying him back, she is sorely mistaken. He's suing for $500 for all he's out. This is the defendant, Tamia Jones. She says she dated the plaintiff for about a year, but when things fizzled out, he started acting all crazy about money he'd spent on her during their relationship and said she'd be going to jail if she didn't give him money. Some people. She's accused of leaving an ex high and dry.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says he loaned the defendant money while they were together, and now that they're not, she will not pay him back. But the defendant says she dated the plaintiff for about a year, and when their relationship fizzled out, he got all crazy about the money he spent while they were together. It's the case of, give me my money, honey.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Mr. Stewart, you are suing your former friend/squeeze, Ms. Jones, for $500 that you say she owes you, $300 of it money you loaned her to pay an electric bill, and $200 of it money she owes you for a trip. How did you guys know each other?
We knew each other because we used to talk. We was old friends. We met a few months ago. We just used to hang out and stuff like that.
All right. When you say you were old friends, did you know each other more than a few months ago? And then you reconnected?
Yeah, I mean, a year. And I knew her for a year total, a year and a couple months.
So what happened? How do you come about to loan her money? How does that happen?
After we finished our trip,
before the trip. Tell me about the trip, because that's part of the money you're suing for.
The trip was a trip to Pennsylvania just to hang out in an Airbnb and stuff like that.
On New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
And then after the trip, she had asked me for $300. Well, she asked me for money to.
But before the trip, did she have any money to go on the trip?
No, so I paid for everything already.
Wait,
so
did
I didn't
she
mind.
tell you I don't have money to go on the trip?
Yeah, she told me she didn't have money.
And what
I
did
didn't
you
mind.
say to
I paid
her?
for everything. I said it's all right. That's why I didn't mind. Initially, but the $200 wasn't even a part of me. I wasn't even really thinking about it. I just
So you just spent the money.
Come. Yeah.
Okay, so what you really think she owes you is the money for the electric bill.
That she asked me and I paid her the $300.
Okay, what did she ask you for the money for? Exactly what did she say it was for?
She said I needed to pay a light bill or some sort of bill, and I said, all right, I could give you $300.
Okay, did you tell her that she would have to pay you back?
Yes.
And what did she say?
She said, all right, I don't mind.
And then did she tell you when she would pay you back? Or how she would pay you back?
She told me in the end of February because she had some type of lawsuit that she got when she was a child, and I assumed that considering that she when majority of the times we chilled, she mostly had money, so I assumed she was good for it because she said she had some type of lawsuit.
Ms. Jones, did you borrow money from him to pay a light bill?
It was for cable.
Okay, so did you borrow money from him to pay for cable?
Yes.
How much money?
He sent me $300 on Zelle. Then he told me I would do a night in jail if I didn't receive any money. Texting me from numbers. He's always making fake pages to write me. This could have been avoided if I would have left him alone the first time. He's always coming back around, bothering me, writing me from fake pages. It's always bothering me.
It also could have been avoided if you paid back the loan. According to you, you owe him the $300, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you pay him back?
And then he charged me for coming out. He invited me and my friend to go out for New Year's.
And then told you he wanted that $200 as well?
He invited me out, and then he's charging me for coming out.
Okay.
The people that had already came, that was supposed to come, they had got sick from COVID. So he said me and my friend could come.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, so I understand that you don't feel like you owe him the $200. I don't even think he thinks you owe him the $200. But what about the money for the cable bill?
Yeah, I was supposed to pay him back.
Okay, and when were you supposed to pay him back?
I wasn't working, so I told him that whenever I came up with the money, I would pay him back.
Do you have a lawsuit involving something from when you were a child pending?
Yes.
How would he know that unless you told him that as part of your promise to pay back?
No, I told him that before. Like, I don't tell people that. I told him that, and he shared that on here, but...
Okay, so now it's May, though, and you still haven't paid him a penny of the money. When do you say you were supposed to pay the money back?
The end of February.
Well, aren't we past February?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your defense? Because I'm sifting, and I'm having trouble seeing it. What's your defense to the $300?
He's disrespectful, like very disrespectful. He's always writing me from fake pages. We had a fallout before, and then he came back around. I gave him multiple chances. Like, I'm just done. I'm done.
That's how you decided you were going to keep his $300? If you're really done, pay him back his $300. Then you wouldn't have to see him today. Well, this is wrapped up with a nice bow and packaging.
Can I say one thing?
Sure. I live for the moment. Tell me.
So, initially, the $500, I didn't ask her to pay for the trip. I just said, because she said she had a lawsuit, so I was like, all right, since I'm giving you $300, why not you just, I tack on the $200 for the trip?
Well, one reason would be because we have usury laws that don't allow you to be a loan shark. That's one reason, but go ahead.
All right. No, you're right. No, but that's it.
Oh, God, folks, go away. $300 verdict for the plaintiff.
All right, Ms. Jones, you've been in court. You got to pay him the $300. That's the law now. How about that? What are you thinking?
Okay. I just want this to be over.
I assume you said you're finished with him. If he comes around again, are you going to just ignore him?
No,
not pay attention to
this
it?
is a wrap. He's always making fake pages. I really want him to leave me alone. I never want to talk to him ever again in life. So please, just leave me alone. This is done. Have a good life.
I got it. Mr. Stewart, she said it's a wrap. That's showbiz talk there. How about that? What are you thinking?
Well, I never really hit her up. It was never really no serious relationship between us. We was just friends. We did a couple stuff together. It was never that serious. She's just making all this extra stuff up because she wants a reason for me to look some type of way because I'm suing her for the money.
All righty. Well, listen, you filed the lawsuit. You did the right thing, and you're going to get the $300 from her, and that'll do it. I think she doesn't want to see you anymore, and I don't think you're worried about that either, are you? Right?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's the end of a relationship, folks. Harvey, what are your thoughts?
You know, Judge Million, Doug, has always talked about she is not going to be the one to kind of settle who gets the pots and pans when a relationship ends. The fact is that things get murky when people are together for a long time, and money goes back and forth, and nobody clearly says this is a loan, this is a gift. And in the end, it's really hard to evaluate that other than this is what happens in a relationship, and you can't sue to go back in time.
My wife and I went to dinner and gave our coats to the coat check room. After dinner, when we gave them the ticket, we only got one coat back. The lost coat was $300. Can I sue?
I guess the short answer is yes, you could sue. I mean, the first thing you're going to do is try to get them to reimburse you, or they'll probably offer you some credit at the restaurant.
Free dinners, because that costs them less.
Right, but there are other variables here that you have to consider. When you give somebody your coat like that, that's called a bailment, and they have an obligation to use reasonable care and not be negligent in returning it to you. But coat check rooms typically have signs there that say we're not responsible for lost items. Some don't. And others have little fine print on the back of a ticket that they give you when you drop off your coat.
Which you never read, and you don't even see until after you've given your coat.
And they're probably not going to be able to block their liability based on a little tiny ticket with fine print on it. But they might get some relief from a very obvious and conspicuous sign that says we're not responsible for lost items. But there are also jurisdictions, cities, states, counties that have statutes that can limit liability for restaurants, hotels, clubs that don't charge you for holding onto your coat. It's not a for-profit thing. Hey, you want to put your coat here?
It kind of is, though, isn't it? And I know you're right with what you just said, but I marvel at that because the truth is that your coat check is one of the reasons I go to my restaurant, so I don't have to keep my coat on during dinner.
Or drape it over your chair.
And you are getting the benefit of me going to your restaurant.
Yeah.
So, but I wonder if they're disputing whether there were 2 coats or 1 coat. Because most places, if they acknowledge that they've lost something,
Problem is coats look alike, too. Somebody else could have taken the coat thinking it was their coat, or the person who's handing it out got mixed up somehow.
This is when it's time to pull out the recorders that restaurants have everywhere and try to figure out how many coats were handed in.
Check the video.
Check the video.
Right. But, here's another tip. Don't coat check your $2,000 buffalo hide coat or whatever the hell you're wearing at the restaurant. If it's just a windbreaker,
I've actually been told at a restaurant, no, you may not bring your coat to the table. We don't like how that looks.
About that.
And I'm like, well, I'm cold. I'm from Miami, and I'm keeping my coat, or I'm eating elsewhere, you know?
That's going to do it for us now, and we will see you for the next session of the People's Court.